mo sa sarili mo, ay, pwede naman palang matutunan. Pwede naman palang i-perfect. Pwede ka naman palang maging excellent on that particular skill. Alright! Good morning. It's baby girls and baby boys. Good morning. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. That's right. That's my girl. And it's vlogging time. This is Hey Jude. And welcome to my channel, Hey Jude channel. Right. Okay. Now, let me start. How are you? You miss me? You miss me? Buti pa kayo na miss ako. Pero parang siya hindi ako. Oh good. Well, anyways, this is not about Hugot. First things first, I would like to thank everyone who have subscribed on the channel and have shared my videos for the past few weeks. And of course, for those that are saying continue to do your content because somewhere, somehow, people are gonna appreciate the content that you're doing. Okay, so I would like to thank everyone, those people who are still believing in this vlog and my content and are appreciating it. I owe it all to you. Thank you so much. I will do my very best to help people out whenever I can through this vlog or in person. So please do not forget to like and share my video to your friends and family who you think would find the video helpful to them, okay, or to you. All right, good morning. So today we're gonna talk about how to improve your English speaking skills or your English in general. Okay, just a quick background. I had an agent before. I call him Doc because he's a professor in a college before, and when he retired he really wanted to still continue to earn, so he went to the BPO industry, had a chance to handle the training class for them, and I asked him personally, okay, so Doc, I chatted Doc, I actually he chatted me, oh, I like your content about subject verb agreement. Sabi ko, if there's any feedback that you want to have or any topic that you want to raise, anong gusto mong ilagay ko? Sabi niya, very good that you ask. Sabi niya, I think, and if you agree with me, sabi niya, normally most people, before going into, may word siyang sinabi, I'm gonna say it na lang sa later na vlogs, but he said na normally, what we need to correct is not grammar. Hindi siya important, but as an introduction, I think most Filipinos find it difficult to speak in English because they're not confident on how they're not really confident of their English skills. So sabi niya, I suggest that you create a vlog that might address that, and that's the reason why I would be putting a pause onto the series that we have for subject verb agreement, and I'm gonna be doing this because I think as well, when I thought about it, parang it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense that people sometimes know really how their English, because it had been your subject for the longest time, like from elementary to college for some, elementary to high school for some, but basically English was always there, and we're always taught about subject verb agreement because napabayaan lang natin, or we're not listening to our teachers. But sorry for that. Na-realize ko that totoo naman talaga pala that most of the time when I ask people, oh, you wanna become a call center agent, parang the common response that I have is, gusto ko sanang mag-call center, but I don't think that is the industry where I am gonna be, parang I want to be there, but I can't be there because hindi ako marunong mag-English. I think what they mean by that is hindi sila marunong mag-English. I think hindi sila confident about their English skills. So that's the reason why hindi sila nakakapunta. So I now, this is a perfect opportunity for people who are saying always na gusto ko mag-call center, kaso nga lang parang English ko is baroque, or ang English ko is hindi masyadong magaling, kaya parang hindi pa ako confident. So these are very simple tips that I would be giving you, just five tips that I would be giving you and I would share to you, because these are personal tips that I had, because eto talaga yung mga nag-help out sa akin up until now. Even when people are telling me that you're fluent, I'm not contesting it, nor am I bragging about it, nor do I brag about it. Ayan, grammar, di ba? Taong nag-lecture sa grammar, parang mali pa. But I'm not bragging about it, nor do I contest it. But sige, given siguro na for now fluent ako in English, up until now, these are the 5 rules that I normally apply to myself and teach people, especially before on my previous program where I spearheaded the speech class. And normally, if I have also agents who are coming up to me, or I think that there are issues with their communication skills, normally these are just the 5 simple steps that I am asking them to do. So first things first, wag muna dyan, I would like to remind everyone na English, speaking in English is a skill. That's why it's called communication skill. That means na kahit anong language na gusto mong so this tips that I have, may mga times na it would be applicable to other things that you want to do in life too. Kasi sabi ko nga sa mga tao, it's a communication skill. So that means that it can always be honed. Honed means pwedeng i-mold. That means pwedeng i-practice into perfection. Parang ano lang siya, learning how to do boxing, swimming, basketball, volleyball, any sports, singing, dancing, but this is skill based. That means it can be honed. Yun ang sinasabi ko palagi sa mga tao. If you're afraid that you're not good at it already, the only thing that you need to do is to practice at it. Parang ganun lang yun. 'Di ba? You can't get to a level of a Michael Jordan, a Michael Phelps, who else? Michael Phelps, Manny Pacquiao in boxing, whoever you want to call in sports. You don't get to that level, and even if you ask them, they would always tell you na, I got to this spot because I practiced every day. Yun ang kailangan talaga. I dedicated a certain amount of time, certain amount of practice on this craft because I really want to be good at it. And it's the same thing with English, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a skill. Kailangan po nating bigyan siya ng time at bigyan siya ng effort. Parang pagmamahal, di ba? Kailangan din. Okay? So, that means as well that you can be the next Michael Jordan. You can be the next Manny Pacquiao. You can be the next Michael Phelps. Just without the medal or recognition from the world, but you can be that because you're an MVP already when you are consistently practicing. Diba? Kahit ako. You can be as fluent as anyone that you want in the language because, or in any given language or in any given skill, because you got what it takes. You just need to make practice, diba? And you have to believe in yourself. Later on, let's go now to our tips on how to improve your English skills. Okay, or any skill. Ready? Okay, number one, because it's a skill, I mentioned it already, it requires practice. Ladies and gentlemen, that means that you need to speak English anywhere, anytime, or to anyone, or whenever, wherever, whoever. Okay? They might call it OA. Wala naman kasi talagang, wala pa ako nakitang chismosang succeed sa buhay nila ng pag-chismis. Anyways, going back, yes, ladies and gentlemen, kailangan talagang gawin mo siya daily. That's the reason why in the call center industry, anywhere, especially if you are managing an international account or native American speakers or English speakers, a policy normally on our end is EOP. EOP for newbies is English only policy. That means that when you step on a particular arena or a particular area on the production floor or anywhere, you are required to speak in English, because otherwise you might have sanctions. But the intention of that is not to punish people, it's to remind people that it's not our first language. That's why even how long, even your tenure in the industry is more than the length of your love life combined or relationships combined, you still need to speak English, because it needs to be practiced every day. And managers on their level and vice presidents are the advocate of that. They're advocates of that, because they believe that only do we do it consistently and practice it anywhere and everywhere will we achieve effective communications in English. Totoo yan, ladies and gentlemen. So, never mind the people who would say to you na napaka-OA naman ito kasi galing sa call center. Never mind them, because never namang umunlad ang mga buhay ng mga yan sa kakapakialam ng buhay mo. But, ikaw, because you are consistently doing it, there's an improvement to you. That's why you are leaving them behind. That's why they talk behind your back, because they're not in front of you. So do it. Whenever. Ang pinaka-importanting gawin mo is you do it for yourself, because you think that what you do has a purpose, and that purpose is gonna improve your lives. If not just your life, the life of the people around you. Kung may mga taong umaasa sa'yo, then gawin mo to, kasi para to sa kanila at para to sa'yo. So, number 1, whenever, wherever, or whoever, try to speak English. Okay? Good. Now, speaking of whoever, whenever, whatever, if you have time, and I said this, diba, you have to dedicate time for it. We're done with effort already because you're speaking it already. Now we go to time. Maglaan ka ng time sa sarili mo, diba? Ganun din naman eh. In relationships, if you want it to work out, you have to make sure that you spare some time for it. Ganon. Love guru. Anyways, now, when I mean you dedicate a certain time, and I say this already sa mga taong very first sa call center, sinasabi ko sana, you won't get to a level that you're comfortable with the language if you don't allot time for it. That means, ladies and gentlemen, kailangan po that we expose, number 2, we expose ourselves to English materials. That means that we set a certain time of a day, 2 hours to 4 hours, just listening to, or if when I mean expose yourself or exposure, I mean expose yourself without distractions or walang pahinga. Dedicate 2-3 hours of your time, or 1 hour, that depends on the improvement that you want or how fast you want to improve on the language. Certain time of a day to listen to English music, like really understand it and how they do it. Watch English movies, and 3rd, read English books. Yun lang po. English materials, lahat in English. Diba? May time ka naman, like 2 hours, a day. After 2 hours, sabi ko nga sa'yo, it depends on how much time you, alam naman natin yan eh, diba? Mas paglalaanan mo ng oras sa mga taong mas mahalaga sa'yo. So, if you want really and you put a priority in improving your skill in English, then a lot more than 4 hours. Make it 7, 8. Mahalaga talaga sa'yo mag-improve on your English language. Hindi yun pwedeng isang oras lang you expect that you would be great in English. Hindi, it does not go that way. Pareho lang din yan sa relationships, ladies and gentlemen. Hindi mo kayang i-fix out at patunayan sa taong mahal mo na mahal mo siya kung ang sinespend mo lang sa kanya palagi is yung spare time mo, diba? Sacrifice is necessary for the greater good of everybody, even if in love. Sacrifice is important. But that sacrifice is necessary because that sacrifice would mean something, diba? To you or to someone else. So, read English materials. Makinig ng English movies. Watch English videos, movies, whatever it is, basta in English, and read English materials. Yes, you need to do it. Okay? Number 2. The number 3 now, because you're watching it already, number 3 tip, so that you would improve naman your comprehension. Ano yung comprehension? Comprehension is kung paano maiintindihan yung mga sinasabi sa'yo, paano maiintindihan yung mga binabasa mo or napapakinggan mo. So, for one great tip is, I'm not sure if this had been the first time, but this is one of the disconnects. When you watch English movies, for you to improve your comprehension, watch it without subtitles. Yung mga may lyrics, para sa video, okay, diba? May lyrics sa baba, kung anong sinasabi ng actors on the film. Watch it without subtitles. It would help you a lot. I tell you, it would help you a lot because nasasanay na ang ears mo to understand. You can get their jokes without even have to repeat, or you can like get the line from the movie without depending so much on Google. Anong sinabi dun sa line sa movie? Ano mga famous line ng movies? You can catch it or just a glimpse of it because you are doing it already, and nasasanay ka na to capture everything that you want to capture without the help of a subtitle. Correct? Number 3 yan. Watch movies, English movies without subtitles to improve your comprehension. Now, number 4. Comprehension is very important in the English language. Hindi magaling ka lang magsalita, dapat magaling ka ding umintindi. Good yan. Dapat ganyan talaga dapat ang ano. Kasi kahit gaano ka kagaling magsalita, kung mali naman pala ang pagkaintindi mo sa tanong, wala din yan, ladies and gentlemen. So, comprehension is really important as well in improving your English skills. And you can do it in very simple way. Watch English titles or listen to English music without subtitles or lyrics. Or isang pasada lang, pwede naman yun. Pero, paulit-ulit mo lang siya para nasasanay yung ears mo. Now, ears. Now, we'll go to the brain parts. Number 4, read. Diba, sabi ko sa'yo, expose yourself. Read English materials out loud. Yes. Kailangan po, at tinatagalog ko to para maintindihan ng nakakarami because I want to relate to you guys. Kailangan po, pag nagbabasa tayo in English, kailangan po na sinasabi natin out loud. Nagbabasa tayo ng malakas. Like, sinasabi natin talaga yung binabasa natin. Pero syempre, huwag mong gawin in public. Just go. Gawin it, dedicate a time where you would be reading and then read out loud. Bakit? Reading. So, the exercise of reading also improves your vocabulary. Ano po yung vocabulary? Palagi po naririnig yan. Huwag kang mag-alala. Dear, ang vocabulary, parang ano lang yan, mga pisong nilalagay mo sa alkansya or mga perang nilalagay mo sa alkansya. Yung mga bawat barya or anything that you put inside a piggy bank or a coin bank, whatever that is, or in a bank or savings bank sa bangko. Yun ang vocabulary. So that means that naiintindihan mo na, very good ka sa comprehension, hindi mo kayang ibalik. Diba? Kasi parang kulang yung mga words mo, doon papasok ang vocabulary. Siyempre, wala kang huhugutin in case of emergency doon sa piggy bank, wala kang bibiyakin, wala kang kukunin sa bangko kung wala kang savings, di ba? Wala kang pinasok na pera doon. So, importante din yan ang vocabulary. That's why I am encouraging, and always, most of the time, you are encouraged to read. So, whatever language that you want, kailangan talaga magbasa doon and expose yourself to it because it increases your vocabulary. Ako din, a tip din to. When I read, ako, very fun talaga ako of reading. So, what I normally do and I recommending iBooks. Pero hindi ko sinasabing i-download. Encourage lang if you have the money, if you can, because normally it requires effort and whatnots. Pero sa akin, iBooks for iPads. I read out there because once you download a book on iBooks, normally it would give you an option to sync whatever dictionary you have. Ang ginagamit ko, Miriam. So, pag may na-encounter akong word in whatever I'm reading, I highlight it normally and then automatically it would sync and would say define. So I would learn something new. There are millions of words in the English dictionary. So imposibleng wala kang matutunan everyday. Kahit natutunan mo na dati, parang pag binasa mo ulit, if you're not exposed to that word again, parang, okay, ganun pala talaga yun. So make sure that you increase that. But going back, so yun lang naman ako sa vocabulary, no, kasi importante din yan sa English language. Comprehension, vocabulary. Etong pinakalas, muscle memory. Yan ang kailangan, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya kailangan ka mag-read out loud. Bakit po? So, sanay na ang ears mo to understand it. Sanay na din ang brain mo to process kasi marami ka ng words there. Hindi mo lang kayang sabihin. Di ba? May mga ganun. Wide readers, that means ang dami lang nababasa, pero hindi sila. They're not very good speakers because their mouth and their tongues are not practiced. Ganyan. Kaya ka mag-read out loud so that in sync ang lahat. Tenga, yung facial expressions mo and whatnots, napapractice mo. Ganyan. Kaya, parang tama naman siya, di ba? There are instances, and I would hear this a lot of people. May mga instances na parang kaya mo naman siyang sagutin sa mind mo. Pero pag sinabi mo na mali, ang kailangan lang dyan, ladies and gentlemen, muscle memory. Kailangan mo lang i-practice. Kaya mo gagawin. That's why I am encouraging you. Maybe this is the first time you have to read out loud, because when you read out loud, your mouth is trained already to correct your most obvious and more likely than not mga issues me with pronunciation. Yung mga B versus V, ang F versus P, ang TH sound. So, you would only practice this, yung mouth mo, pag nagsasalita kang ganyan, napapractice ang muscle memory on how to pronounce them correctly at napapakinggan mo ang sarili mo. Kaya, kasi diba, exposed ka na. So, when you read out loud, ay, parang mali. So, nagiging conscious ka na din kung paano mo siya sabihin. That's the reason why if you want to improve your skill, not only you have to expose yourself, but you have to read out loud. Kailangan yan, ladies and gentlemen, for muscle memory. Yan. Kaya, again, kaya tayo may mga instances that it's right there in our mind. I can really communicate it. I can even write it down. Very good ako din. Pero bakit pag sinabi ko mali, kailangan mo lang i-exercise yung mouth mo and your teeth or your tongue para tama ang pag-pronounce mo ng words, para akma na siya sa ginagawa mo. Right? Now, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, is consistency. Ito tayo palagi. Normally, things fail if we don't do it consistently. Whatever it is in life, the same thing with skills. Pag pinabayaan mo at hindi mo practice yan, like, gigil ka, di ba? We have that ningas kugon, di ba? Trait in Filipino na sa una lang magaling, pero sa pangmatagalan, parang hindi na talaga magaling. It's the same with skill. They say it takes 21 days for something to become a habit. It's the same with everything. Kailangan po na we don't stop learning and exposing ourselves to everyday. no matter how good you are 5 days ago, pag nagpahinga ka ng 1 week, magbaback to zero ka. Sure ako niyan. Ako din. There are times that I really have to read again, expose myself again, do whatever I said before, yung mga working for me, because there are times talaga na napupurol ka. You're not as sharp as you were before because only iron or only an iron rusts, yung kalawang mismo ng iron destroys its own iron. That means ikaw lang din ang solusyon kung mapupurol ka, you're sharpened or you're not as sharp as you were before. Diba? So, ladies and gentlemen, 21 days. Kailangan po na consistently nating ina-apply ito. Alright, so maybe if you are at the level already that you're so fluent already, you need just a review. Maybe if you have dedicated, like for example, let's say like 4 hours every day so that you would be improving your English communication skills, just dedicate like 30 minutes of reviewing. Ako, I always revisit it every day. The good thing about the industry that I'm coming from, it's because I am required to speak English every day. That means that hindi ko siya napapabayaan because my everyday rigor is to, when I step on particular zones in the office, I'm required to communicate. And most likely than not, I'm more comfortable kasi speaking in English than in Tagalog. But I am doing this not in EOP the entire day, because I also had comments from people saying na I think they're so that you would be reaching out to a greater audience, that you make them understand using Tagalog. But most of the time, I speak in English. Yun. So, ladies and gentlemen, so 5 steps, and very easy lang. Kayang-kaya mo to. Hindi mo kailangang gumastos, ladies and gentlemen. Kailangan mo lang bigyan ng panahon at dedication. Number 1, practice it whenever, wherever, whoever you're speaking to. Second, expose yourself to English language, English materials. Read English movies. Read English books or materials, listen to English songs, or even watch English movies or English videos. Third, when you are watching already English movies, so that you would improve your comprehension, you read it without subtitles. Fourth, since you know already how to understand and you are comprehending it already, so that you can say it correctly, you read out loud English materials that you are reading para ma-practice ang faculties ng mouth natin, lahat yan, face natin, ma-practice. And lastly, do it consistently. Success does not happen overnight, but it will happen. You got this, girl. That's my girl. Achieve it already, because you know your doubters will still be doubters, but at least ikaw, when that day comes, you're not just a communicator. You're a fluent communicator in the English language. Success. PM. Success yun para sa'yo. Sa kanila, yun. Ang success rate nila, dun lang sa pagchichismis. But what good does it do, right? You are a successful person already on your personal endeavors. That means that you can now venture out to a different level already of a skill na gusto mo nang matutunan. Because napatunayan mo sa sarili mo, ay, pwede naman palang matutunan. Pwede naman palang i-perfect. Pwede ka naman palang maging excellent on that particular skill. That gives you already confidence that wherever you are, whenever the circle, or whenever time, whatever time day it is, or whoever you're speaking to, you are confident of your own skill, and you can share it to people. Like what I do. I share it to people because I know and had been proven. Okay, you are a spark of change in a society that does not want change. Ganyan. Anyways, thank you so much. That ends our vlog. I'm not sure if this is long or short, but if you think that, again, the video would help out a lot of people, especially your friends, make sure that you let them watch the video. But do not forget, and I would like to ask you this, please do not forget to subscribe, hit like and subscribe. And please, also, I've made a new introduction video, so please share and comment below or on my social media accounts. So these are my social media accounts. Okay, share and make a comment on how can I improve my vlogs, or if there are other contents that you think are more helpful than the others, then I would be more than happy to do a content for you. All right, so thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for your time. I know if this is a long video, thank you for your time, for watching it from start to finish, but I hope that you learned something new today. I love you with the love of the Lord, and I love you all. Thank you for subscribing. Again, this is your Hey Jude, baby girls and baby boys, till our next vlogging time. Bye bye.